Yeah, 250
And
gold,
there
and
it
here
is.
we are. The draft is right here, guys.
Oh, yeah, actually,
We
we're
don't know
way
which
too
lane he's
deep
going
into
to,
the
but
draft,
regardless
but
of which role he is,
PSG.LGD,
fast,
Morphling just
they're
takes advantage
going
of the
safe.
beam
And
in the
actually,
game. It doesn't even matter
first
how
pick
much
Broom,
farm Gyro
we have
does,
the
as
first
long as he
Brewmaster
has the
pick
levels
of
to
TI.
turn into
Finally.
and get the
Yeah,
black cannon,
so we have
you can do massive team fight
Brewmaster
damage.
on the side of
What
Virtus.Pro.
we're
They also
expecting to
have a
see as well is
Silencer
that he'll be
Earthshaker.
gyro
Now,
over
this
the
I
mid game,
actually
and by the
like
time he
seeing.
builds a negative
Silencer is pretty good against the Gyrocopter in the Rubik. The fact that they first picked this means that PSG.LGD probably know how to play against the Silencer already at this
They
point.
even chose the Rubik. That being said, and finally we have seen the Gyrocopter and the Ogre Magi back once again. The Ogre Magi could be a very, very good replacement for Wisp. It does give you the Bloodlust, where it increases your attack speed, and of course increases your regen. That's going to be a lot of gameplay coming in for a Gyrocopter that really needs it early and into the later parts of the game.
Yeah, that is true. But however, they still do need either a mid laner here or safe lane, because the thing is they can put Gyrocopter on the middle lane or on the safe lane. So, you know, there's still the open possibility of that carry Wisp, that carry IO
Oh my
that they could actually do with a Tidehunter, with the Ogre Magi. It's super possible. But on the side of Virtus.Pro, so they do ban out the right heroes. They ban out Enchantress, which is, again, like a stupid strong laner. They have Elder Titan on their ban list, so that means that they don't want these prolonged clashes, the vision game that's granted by the Spirit. They don't want any of that. And instead, they choose to go for, they choose to pick the Brewmaster. So it's complete control over this Tidehunter. It's also kind of a little bit of control over the Gyrocopter before BKB. So that's really good.
It could also be a kite mechanic.
Yeah, and another thing is that you have the Dispel for Bloodlust as well. So
From the storm
yeah,
element.
that is correct. So you can mess up the Gyrocopter's lane if you're ever up against him in the off lane. Or you could also run around trying to find wherever this Gyrocopter is and just ruin his lane wherever. The Morphling pick, I think this is a staple Ramses pick. So
yeah, it's Ramses always. It's for sure it's a carry. And right now they're going for a Dazzle.
yeah, this is probably a mid Dazzle.
A mid Dazzle?
Yeah.
That's going to be going to Solo? Oh,
Yeah.
no, not Solo. Nine Pasha.
Yeah. This is going to be a mid Dazzle. So what's going to happen here is that we're going to expect to see a lot of farm that's going to Ramses and no one here this game, but the Sven, actually, he's probably bound to get a lot more kited. So Sven plus Gyrocopter, it's really good. You have a lot of frontline engage. You have a lot of backline as well. And plus the Tidehunter, so you can really tank a lot. And is Tsunami really this short?
Yeah, he's actually on a box. If you go there, there was a picture behind the scene. There was a box where he has to stand through it so that he would look taller.
So, like, okay, so now that you see the draft.
We've seen the draft, yes.
Now that we see the draft and also Tsunami's height. What do you think? Like, okay, your predictions for game one.
My predictions for game one, I really like Virtus.Pro's capability to take it really fast, maybe within like 25 minutes to 32 minutes with this mid Dazzle and this Brewmaster. So I really like going for VP's draft here. I think it's not safe, but I think it has, like, if VP play it the way they should play it, the way that it's a VP game.
CIS Dota.
Yeah.
And I think I would also, for setting goals for VP, I would go for PSG.LGD, just for the main reason that I think FY would be going for the Rubik. He plays God level on the Rubik, so I'm pretty sure that is pretty much good enough with the meta of Ogre Magi and Gyrocopter. The draft is pretty good too.
What could possibly go wrong for both teams?
What could possibly go wrong for PSG.LGD? What's going to go wrong for them is if they get snowballed really hard by VP within the first 14 minutes of the game.
And of course, guys, like I'm going to be signing off for a while, as we're going to give it to the casters right here, Juicy Brucey and Seth Dota. You guys take it away.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Young Rafik. And here it is, guys. Game number 1 for the Internationals 9 main stage. It's Virtus.Pro versus PSG.LGD. We have just went through the drafting phase and
First
really excited.
Brewmaster of this year. The first
Brewmaster.
Brewmaster of this year. So we didn't see the hero at all in groups. He has been banned, although he's never been picked. And now, first game of the main event, we finally get to see that Brewmaster. And I'm very excited about it. I think VP can actually play it very, very excellently. And in fact, we're going to see it in game right now. So Bruce, why don't we jump into the player introductions here?
And here is challenge, of course, from PSG.LGD, Tidehunter, Ramses. For the Dire will be on the Morphling. And for solo, art style, gonna be Silencer, Prey Interpreter coach.
Yep.
And of course, no
one
one
Dazzle
is here. It's the mid Dazzle for Virtus.Pro. And of course, our off laner, Nine Pasha, with the Brew Master.
Yep. So this is actually going to be a
Roger
very,
too. ES.
very staple VP draft. With the only thing being kind of weird here, the Dazzle mid, but it surely works super well against the Gyrocopter middle lane. Is Ame actually going to throw it a stun
Ame
here?
comes in forward. Roger really holding that Fisher back, and he's not going to continue. Tries to go back, and that's about it.
Yeah, so weird build here coming from the Silencer here at the top lane. He's actually chosen to go for the Glaives of Wisdom, right?
Everybody's just chat lining all throughout. FY already with the quick quotations. I think the best thing that FY is going to do right now is that he's going to be looking for a courier snipe. I think he's waiting for it. If he does get the courier snipe properly, this is going to be one disadvantage for the Dazzle, considering that it's against a Gyrocopter, and he's just spamming homing missiles all throughout.
Yep. But if you actually notice, look at where his courier is. Before FY is showing on the map, he knows not to send that courier out. If
It's
FY
there.
isn't on a lane, if FY isn't showing his face on any lane, that courier still has to be in base.
Yeah, that's true. There you have it. No one, though, even after level 6, you can still just go ahead and just heal bomb this lane all throughout just to put in his favor. But I'm not pretty sure that's going to work out well against Somnus, because this Gyrocopter is still pretty strong.
Yep, so right now this middle lane is actually looking quite in favor of no one. Top lane though, solo with a nice harass. They're using that Glaives of Wisdom on FY. I think the main reasoning behind the Glaives of Wisdom build is that since the Fade Bolt is going to reduce your normal damage,
It's
so
better.
you hit for a lot less. What happens is that you can still trade with Glaives since you do a
Roger.
percentage of your int.
With the early rotations, though, he does have the Fisher queued on. I think he will be ready to go in for mid lane. I think there you go. The Fisher comes
already
in.
there.
Here comes this Poison Touch going to Somnus. Somnus pretty low right now, but they're going to call it Chop. Roger just casually right-clicking down this Gyrocopter, but he will still live. Does burn down through his Tango. Good salve already.
Yep, okay, so Chalice now here, top lane. He's having actually a pretty okay game against Ramses' Morphling because, I mean, okay, this is a very hard lane. So I'm right here up in the lane. If you notice, Fade Bolt subtracts a lot of your damage, and then you also have the Anchor Smash, which is taking away a lot more as well. So it's very hard. You have to switch into full agility to last hit as Morphling, and if you don't, that means you're not going to be able to get last hits, but if you do switch to agility to get that damage, you're also going to be taking a lot of damage from the Tidehunter harass and the Rubik.
The first rune has come out already. It's Insomnus, Invisibility rune. Right then, not going on the FY. I mean, it's just the same thing. He is pretty low right now. Just casual rotation. He doesn't have any tangos. Here comes the Fade Bolt coming in forward. Chalice goes through the Anchor Special. Very low. One more right and the Fade Bolt. FY finishes it, and the first blood goes to PSG.LGD.
Yep.
And that's
First blood going to the way of FY on his Rubik.
Yeah.
So actually making good use of that first.
Night Pasha in trouble too. Xnova just casually right-clicking this Brew Master down. He does have the Thunderclap available, but that's about it. Pulling the creep wave into his own favor, but I think that would not be enough. FY also doing the same thing. He is pretty low. He is going to commit suicide. I think this is better.
No, I don't think he wants to do it yet. He's waiting. He's waiting for that second wave that he can pull to.
Oh, he's going for the two range creeps. Seth, what does it mean if they want to go for two range creeps?
Basically what this means is they want to pressure the enemy carry, and you know how already pressured Ramses is on this top lane. You see he's already under his tower. He's not last hitting the creeps. He's just letting them hit them. Oh, he's going to go for a third wave.
He's going for a third wave, but already instantly, art style is there. Solo.
Solo?
I mean, Solo is already on the way to FY. Rubik is there. He goes in for the silence. Just a bit more. Last word. He's going to die FY. Just a bit more. And then the right click gets it down. And
No int though. No int
FY.
though.
No int. No int stolen.
Yeah, kasi namatay siya outside sa range.
Yeah.
So that's why. I mean, like, it's only 900 range pag nangyari yun. That when anyone dies around Silencer. But, Ramses in a lot of trouble. Chalice already in here.
Is just doing a lot of damage to this Morphling. He really can't take that much damage. He doesn't have any regen left aside from that magic stick. The moment he burns him out, it's just going to be constantly right-clicking him down.
Yeah, Nine Pasha is having a harder time here because he's taking a lot more harass coming from this, coming from the Ogre.
Ooh,
because
Arcane Rune.
So Roger
just get it.
I think because of this massive wave that FY did, what they want to do is not give this to Tide. He's also pretty low on mana right now. So if he doesn't have anything to regen, gagawin nila is they're going to want to push this tower or wait until like the 5-minute mark so they can get a catapult and then keep pushing.
Roger is here. Fisher is available. The setup is there. Comes a shotgun from Ramsey's TP instantly coming from the Ogre Magi. FY challenge very low. FY on the battle lane's faithful onto Ramsey. Ramsey's very low. The Ramsey's coming forward, but then FY he survives. Right now, Ramsey's he is pretty far, but FY on the tower and they're going in forward. Ramsey's pretty low. Right clicking X-Nova. X-Nova very tanky. X-Nova has to get away with the Fisher block of Roger. Challenge in a lot of trouble. The last one is there. He gets it down and stolen. X-Nova has to run away. Ramsey's though he is pretty low. Switching to agility. Faithful from FY. FY's got to run away. X-Nova is there too, and that's about it. They do get the kill, and I think VP should get away, but Challenge quickly with the TP. Ramsey's morphing into Strand, tries to get out. Anchor smash the rune. Oh, the rune again. The Fisher goes in. Roger with the perfect setup. FY pretty low, but Ramsey's though he's gonna get punished. Gush coming forward. Ramsey's going to Strand, and he is gonna get away, and think that's about it. Both teams call it chump, and they're gonna get out.
Yeah, and they can just retreat to their shrines as well, but
Pretty strong.
bounty runes at bottom as well have been taken by by PSG.LGD, but you know, if you do notice, there's one more bounty rune on the side of Virtus.Pro, so they play that engagement really well, and that's gonna help actually just minimize the lead that LGD have on their cores right now. As this Ven is basically free farming.
PSG.LGD, they're going forward for no one. X-Nova and both FY were small, but Roger is gonna pop it out.
He broke the smoke.
Quickly right there. Good thing he did the rotation.
Yeah. He broke the smoke, so that was very good play from him. But he also broke his own smoke, which is very worrying.
Pasha is really turning down low. Ame is just doing a superb job keeping this Beastmaster up to bay.
Yep, so because he doesn't have any help here, he's gonna drop.
Oh, the stun instantly, and Beastmaster, you are gone.
Yeah, the Brewmaster just couldn't take it from Ahmed. Ahmed already cementing his lead there, 36-16. Ahead of the 14-1 ng Brewmaster natin from Virtus.Pro here. But middle lane getting pushed out with a catapult. There are illusions also from Roger here in the middle lane. Flak
is there. Fisher is available. Homing missile onto no one. X-Nova on the back lanes goes in for the fire blast. But then that's about it. Roger can do that much. Both of the teams, they know the capabilities of this Dazzle. Just going to heal bomb away and just trying to run away.
Oh, actually, they're allowed to use the TI9 cosmetics inside the game, digging up 100 battle points. So that's pretty lucky there. Now Solo just warding around the Roche pit. So basically, mga ganong one unit is noticing if anyone wants to come in the Virtus.Pro jungle, if anyone wants to make a rotation up in this mid lane.
Paningin mo ba, Seth? Do you think it's easy? Which among the two teams would be easier just to kill the Roshan?
I think LGD has an easier potential to kill Roshan, mainly because they have a lot of damage on their side. They have a lot of steroid, a lot of
Pasha. Too much from this Ven. Just the damage from the cleaves. It's just too much.
Yeah, and if you think about it, he's already ahead of the Dazzle in terms of net worth right now because of his solo niya sa Brewmaster down at the bottom lane.
Yeah. The problema is this Brewmaster, he is just pretty, I would say he's just very under level. Ame is really getting far away, getting all the CS on the creep wave. It's pretty hard for this kind of offlaner to just work well on the early phases of the game.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He should be looking for XP right now. He should be dragging another creep wave, but FY already knows what he's up to, so he's going to go back. Oh,
Ame is there. Stormhammer being available. X-Nova, the back lane, he's got no mana, no one. Two, he doesn't have the last word, but he does have the Shallow Grave ready.
Yeah, okay, so basically this Brewmaster just wants creeps. He wants to get level 6. Because as soon as he gets level 6, he gets Primal Split, they can go fight as a team. They can go the traditional VP route and give space to Ramses while 4 of them start taking in for that silencer, start taking in for Solo, and then you start finding the kills for 9 Pasha. You make so much space for Ramses to basically just have him on the other side of the map. Habang yung VP, they're gonna be
Solo, he is really solo. Stormhammer forward from Ame. X-Nova on the back lanes. FY is there too, but art style. Solo.
Roger.
Oh, the Fisher Blight's perfect. Solo gets away, even with that homing missile. Just a bit more damage, but he will survive.
Yep, he has the raindrop. So actually, if you didn't have the raindrop there, siguro mamamatay na siya sa damage from the Stormbolt, from the Sven top lane. That tower is getting actually
super harassed
drove by Ramses.
Chalice though, I don't know, he's having a really good lane, but right now with the advancement that Ramses already has,
Look at this stack. Look at this stack right now. Look at him clear it.
Popping the God Strength pretty fast. It's a sure Midas already. I think he can also add in the Boots of Speed too.
Yeah, pero eto nakita natin, he's level 6 on that Brewmaster, so this is gonna be the playmaker, and you're seeing him actually start to rotate around. Or everyone is starting to rotate around the Brewmaster, because you know that if the Brewmaster disappears from the bottom lane at level 6, it means that he's looking for something on the other side of the map. So instead of having him rotate, yung ginagawa nila is they rotate to where the Brewmaster is. And that makes it fairly easier for the Brewmaster to secure kills, or they can also secure a tower or a tower trade coming from the side of Virtus.Pro.
No one is there. Roger on the back lane. So is a Solo. TP Sport coming in.
Oh, the
Fisher
block!
already into Somnus. Right there, Stormhammer onto no
Here
one.
we go.
Is it going to be enough? Warcry is there to pop in the call down. Gyrocopter very, very low. Right clicks coming in.
Ogre
Both
stop
from Vivian, he is gone. X-Nova can't do anything. And Roger just chanks it forward.
Oh.
Oh, the Brewmaster is there. Amen, a lot of damage right now. Here comes the Sun for the first stun coming in. Roger with no Fisher, with no mana. And cooldown actually.
Yeah.
Will not try to continue anything more.
Yeah,
Bounty
they decide
runes.
to pull back. Because
Spawn.
they saw the Tide Hunter actually going for that bounty rune, so they decide to pull back a little bit, mainly because of the threat of Ravage, and I think 4 bounty runes is worth more than the kill on Sven. So there you see the power of that TP into that split earth, with of course yung very, very beautiful fissure coming from Roger there.
Nangyari kasi is they don't mind if the Brewmaster loses their lane,
Yeah.
as long as he gets level 6, get the primal split on. I think that would be great.
Yeah, yun yung pinaka-importante na part dun.
But the problem there is whenever your brew split is on
off.
cooldown,
Yeah.
it's either you farm or you stay in lane. But with a carry as greedy as Ramses, you don't really find a way to make sure that you also get your farm, because
Yeah.
you're right now VP is just prioritizing this Morphling.
Yeah. Yun nga, the rest of the time when the Brewmaster is actually offline, what's gonna happen is that yung Dazzle naman yung focal point ng fights na to. So when fights break down, instead of the Brewmaster jumping in trying to save his own course, mangyayari, that Dazzle is gonna be shallow grieving the course, shallow grieving the supports, and of course the healing wave timed every time there are fights around the creeps.
If they find X-Nova.
Yeah, so this is a very good tower trade coming from them. And they don't actually burn anything for this, because nangyari sa top lane, they burn God Strength for that. So it's Sven getting a few seconds of downtime sa God Strength. Yeah, and for the Morphling, still can stay here and just push his advantage.
FY is on his power spike. Here comes the Fisher and Chant Totem. Fade bolt right away. Roger. Here comes the Chant Totem. Damage once again.
The curse is there.
Sold on the back lanes, but then FY will he
might
run
drop.
out this one. He is about to go down the poison and he is dead. No one
So much damage
with
over
that
time.
poison is just too much.
Yun nga, may poison touch na, may curse, may arcane curse pa. So he's just taking down super fast.
All right, going to the mid lanes. Is VP looking forward to defend this?
Actually, Ramses wants to def this one, but I think this is actually a no-go for them. Mangyari kasi dito, they don't have Echo Slam yet on the Earth Spirit, but Primal Split.
Oh,
pull
Fisher
up, nice
on
block!
to 3. Here comes the last word coming in forward. Right click into X-Nova with the Fire Blast onto the Morphling. Morphling about to go down, but this Ogre Magi is dead and gone. Roger tanking everything. The call down, the fade ball from FY is going to be perfect. Roger, no, poorly sure. He's going to go down, but the Stormhammer got it down. But Roger is still alive. The Master Split come forward. Challenge is there. Rather still available for Grenade. Get the Tighter. It's you. And Alex's he's gone. The Rapid is there for 5 people. Ramses instantly morphs into the strength, but then the Thunderclap from Pasha is strong. Saw the spot to go down, so he's gone. Challenge to TP, and he does successfully, but with the amount of 2 cores gone, this is just a great trade for Virtus.Pro, and on top of that, they get the mid lane tier 1 tower.
In amazing VP fashion. You see that Earthshaker, amazing fissure from the backline, securing the entire team of PSG.LGD. Has to go around near the rune just so they can get back up to their high ground.
That Fisher block
Look at this.
onto 3. This is just super great. A major breakthrough for the Silencer to get set up. Even with the call down, they are forced to throw in the Earthshaker, because if they don't throw the call down now, they pretty much know that it's going to happen. And on top of that, 9 Pasha with that tornado onto Chalice, instantly spawning that Tidehunter. Noticing his level 8, pretty sure he's got the Ravage, instantly shuts him down. And that won in the team fight.
And they lose nothing. Wala nawala sa kanila. Wala from Virtus.Pro during that fight. What happened was that it was just a cleanly executed fight off from a very good Fisher block coming from Roger.
And I thought Roger would die in there too, and he
didn't die.
Miraculously survives. I'm pretty sure it's because of no one.
No, without the Shadow Grave as well.
Yeah,
it was just a
healing
magic
wall.
stick,
Yeah.
and of course
The heal bomb.
the Shadow Wave. So they're actually making their way towards the bottom lane now. my Necronomicon, I think it's already level 3 on this Dazzle already right after that fight.
Oh, the smoke breaks. The Arcane Rune is there too. I think
Oh.
Solo's already level 6. He does have his Global Silence ready up in a bit now, but it's still on cooldown.
Yeah. But the thing is, right after that fight, you can still see that even though the Sven was controlled, or even if you can kill the Sven, what happens is that he can just get right back into a lane. Makakabalik na siya sa lane, makakabalik na siya sa jungle. And what's gonna happen there is that he's just gonna keep farming. He's just gonna keep building on his net worth lead until eventually he's just gonna eclipse even his own team in terms of net worth.
Yeah. Even Ramses and even no one, they're slowly catching up. They're just, they're still pretty far, but you know, they're already second out the back lanes.
Yeah. So actually level 1 pa lang yung Necronomicon and Dazzle dito, but it's actually pretty workable. The thing is, if you increase it to a higher level, increase din yung bounty ng Necronomicon, Archer, and Warrior mo. What's gonna happen is that, of course, the Flak Cannon, the Rocket Barrage, it's gonna be able to clear that out very fast. And not to mention, of course, may Anchor Smash pa si Tide, may Fed Bolt pa, may Great Cleave pa si Sven. A lot of AoE that can clear out these Necro summons.
Why do you think this the Dazzle opts to go for an Necronomicon? Why do you think this item build is even more proficient than going for just minus armors even more?
I think the best way to look at it is that may cooldown reduction yung ulti ni Dazzle. With cooldown reduction, it means that you can have your Necronomicon at 100% uptime.
Like every time it gets cooled down,
You can use it again.
And I think this also equates to faster push towers.
Yeah,
Yun ang mangyayari the moment you get your talents properly.
Yeah, that is true. Plus, since you already deal more damage because of your ultimate that reduces cooldown, and every time na magkakas ka ng spell, ma-reduce din yung armor ng kalaban, the Necro summons do physical damage. So of course, they're gonna make use of the armor reduction.
This is going to be a trade coming in forward from both teams, but I think PSG.LGD will have the losing end because Virtus.Pro just instantly demolishes this tier 2 tower. Oh, Xnova right there instantly with the Fire Blast. 9 Pasha moving in forward. Thunderclap forward coming in from Ramses. Right,
Xnova is dead.
And Xnova is gone. Ramses instantly gets it down. Pasha stolen. Thunderclap coming from FY, and that's about it. He can go just heal out his friends for all he cares, and they would just defend top tower.
And actually, hindi na push yung top. Ramses actually might take the cooldown damage here. No, actually,
he does
knowing the AoE. Very good mechanical play there from Ramses, just dodging that.
I think Lincoln Sphere is already completed for the Morphling. That means he would instantly get out of the Stormhammer, get out of the homing missile.
Yeah, that's true. Pero he's never going to be the target of any of these single target spells unless
he's caught alone.
Yeah, unless of course he's caught alone. So that's my only issue with this item, is that it means that you never want the Morphling to die in the fights, because once that Linken's is broken, handang-handa na yung Global Silence, handang-handa na yung lift from the Primal Storm aspect, handang-handa na yung Fissure Block, and of course, the Shallow Grave is always going to be there.
Stormhammer from Ame pops in the God Strength through. No one on the back lanes.
He can
Shallow Grave is able to split, gets on there, and Ame with no BKB can only wait for it. Here comes the bomb. The minus armor coming in from no one on the back lanes. Not even showing himself, but he is dead. No one, and Pasha just melting the Sven right away. The dispel coming from the Storm split is just pretty good.
Yeah, you get rid of the Warcry, you get rid of all that possible extra HP that he can be using, and plus the minus armor that's gonna come from
no one, from the Dazzle.
The Dazzle ultimate as well, and burning his mana so he can't cast another stun as well are these Necronomicon warriors.
Yeah,
so
maybe they were able to time it properly, just Pasha having the mana able to go into the Brew Split instantly.
Din. I mean, like, there's not much disable that's going to come after the lift, after the Stormbolt. You don't have much to offer afterwards, because you didn't steal a stun from the side of VP on FY, You stole Thunderclap, and that's only
TP.
slow.
The Fisher doesn't land.
Roger tried to take a good guess. He does have a dagger now, but he tried to take
Dota Plus.
Oh, the Dota Plus win probability. 74% here for this side of Virtus.Pro already. And Ramses just farming the top lane. Actually, he didn't go for the ultimate orb yet. He has the Lincoln Sphere recipe, but no ultimate orb on that courier. No money for that ultimate orb on him. And he goes for the point booster instead.
Smoke. It's gonna be a wasted smoke if they don't catch the silencer. I think that's about it. Oh, Chalice quick with the reveal. Fade Bolt coming in from FY, and he has got the Fisher. Well, it's saved.
The
it's
save.
The global silence. It's used. Ramses with the waveform forward coming in instantly. Ravage is available. Chalice though comes in.
Ramses might drop.
Ramses is gone. Buyback is available though. I think Pasha The rest of the guys from BP, they have to turn away. No one is there. They want to fight this one all throughout. Thunderclap instantly. Xnova with a Fire Blast over to 9 Pasha. He's got no blue spin available in 33 seconds. And Roger, though, with a Dagger and Echo Slam available. No one into the homing missile. He just needs to heal out his heroes. And PSG.LGD, they don't want to be over commitment, and they just want to get back. They do have the tier 1 towers available yet.
Yeah, I
no
think
pre-game
it was just like super good, right?
Oh, Chalice.
Oh,
Dagger forward. There is no Ravage, though. He used it instantly. Chalice, though. Xnova with a Fire Blast into 9
you could slow him
Pasha.
down again.
Oh, on the back lanes, Roger got caught
Roger!
out by Ame, and Stormhammer gets it down. It is a bad way for Roger to get caught out like that.
Yeah, so basically I think it was just a lot of mispositioning from the side of Virtus.Pro. And nangyari dun when Morphe actually TP'd to the Shrine, the Dazzle had, or the Silencer had already expended the Global Silence. He was waiting for the Global Silence to tick down, maybe make his way over to the side of the Fisher kung nasan yung team niya. Pero yung nangyari dun is that, you know, there's just too much time being spent over on the side of their Shrine. The Gyrocopter is still there, the Tide is still there. You can commit the Call Down, you can commit the Ravage. Ramses didn't morph to strength in time, and so ayun, he dropped down, and look at that experience graph.
Sobrang bilis lang ng sobrang bilis lang ng burst down mechanic coming in from Morphling.
Yeah.
For the Morphling, with the Anchor Smash reduction, with the armor reduction, with the damage reduction, there's also an Ignite and FY there to cast in the Fade Bolt, and of course the Telekinesis.
Yeah, this is going to be difficult now though. If you notice, there's already an Ether Lens on this Rubik, and he's very close to his cast range talent as well.
A quick Roshan from VP. This would really back down fast with the minus armor that they have. They know that Ravage is not available, and Ame's Illusion's coming in instantly.
Yeah, plus the BKB from the Sven is also going to be a big factor. In fact, they might think about doing this now. Sven almost has his God Strength in just a few seconds.
Warcry is there. Ame on the back lanes. He doesn't have the dagger yet, though, but Chalice can dagger forward. Anchor Smash instantly. 9 Pasha
Look at that
comes
damage.
in for the split. Chalice, the main target. Here comes the Hurl Boulder coming in forward. The Tornado over to the Rat for the Tidehunter. That's about it. Roshan will fall. Ramses will get the Aegis for sure. And Roger is there. The dagger is available with the Echo Slam. Chalice into the Gush. Earthshaker trying to run away, but the Tornado is there once again. The homing missile chasing after the Earthshaker. Somnus. He does know that the Earthshaker is there. Well, they're going to get caught off guard.
chasing.
They know the Aegis, the call down is there.
Roger
with the
is
Storm
down.
Hammer to the Warcraft with the
Grave.
Shallow Grave is there. Saving Roger. Dagger is available.
Ravage!
On to 4. It's big, but the Echo Slam, though, they get it down. Pasha cancels in the TP. The Storm Hammer right there instantly over to Chalice. But then right now, Xnova is there. Warcraft available from
Ramses.
Ramses, though, he's got the Aegis, though. But there's no one dead yet at PSG.LGD. And no one is dead down already on Virtus.Pro. Chalice there trying to tank down every bit of damage the Virtus.Pro can get, and VP is forced down into a corner. Even with Ramses stealing or morphing into the Sven, and the Aegis is just pointless if they can do that much damage from any of the heroes.
He doesn't do enough. There's not much that he can do. He tried to go for a Linking Sphere. The build was pretty wrong. It was kind of skewed, and also they dragged out the fight too long.
That Ravage from Chalice was more than perfect. Instantly hitting into 5 heroes nonetheless.
Yeah, the Silencer tried to go into the left side of that tier 2 tower. Nangyari dun, he blocked, or he got blocked by Roger, who was stunned already by the homing missile. See, if you look at it here, he tried to go through, and then another stun gets onto Roger. Roger, no place to actually try and go for an Echo Slam instead of right after the Ravage now.
He
Where
just
only
went
gets
for an
2.
Echo Slam there, and it doesn't deal that much damage. Even with Ame popping in the BKB lane, it was more than perfect because Roger, just even if he shifts into the Sven, there's nothing that much he can do.
Yeah. And end of this fight, yung nangyari is that there's no primal split anymore. You already use it during the Roche fight. So the good call for PSG.LGD, yes, you always go to pressure the enemy team. You always go to push for an objective right after, because you know that they blew a very important cooldown. What's the only thing that can stop a fight from going right on the side of PSG.LGD? They know they already have BKBs. They can dispel the Global Silence. They can actually wait out for where the Earthshaker is. Pero they can't fight against that Primal Split because it's always going to be there and it's always going to be so annoying. And they made the right call by waiting for when Primal Split is going to be over, push mid right after, and they get a tower, and they get a few kills as well.
No, that's the best way right now. FY just casually. He does. Chalice, though, he does have the Ravage available in just a few seconds. And they're smoked up on the top lane. Ame is going to be leading the charge, and they're going to catch out Roger for sure.
Good scan here.
But they went into the wrong way. The scan is there. They find it already. Tidehunter ready for the Ravage in about 5 seconds now. Ame just pop in the smoke. Ramses, they do have the Aegis. and everybody calls it a chop. They're all backing down.
Wow, so actually Solo with a nice voice line there, calm yourselves, as they did see the smoke break
From
from
Ame.
the Sven, yes.
It's a good thing that Roger was instantly on the same eye level
Yeah.
that Ame just decided to go high ground to.
Yeah, and not a very fast blink as well coming in from the side of PSG.LGD. Of course, they need to be aware because maybe, baka, andun yung Brewmaster. Once you see a split, that's when you all run. And then they wait for another cooldown of that. They're gonna push out another lane. That could be the game plan for them.
Pero yung magaling kasi for the Brewmaster is that he can instantly see where the Tidehunter is, instantly disable him. I mean, just seeing this Tidehunter coming in forward.
That's true.
That's pretty great for a play
Yeah.
to just instantly disengage his hero.
Yeah, he turns a fight into a 4v5. Pero like the biggest thing here is that LGD have to always fight as 5. Because if they fight as 4 going in, they split the Sven or they split the Gyro, what's gonna happen is it's just gonna turn into a 3v5 at that point.
This might be a fight. Ramses though, buying into the Aghanim Scepter, do you think this is a very viable item?
Yeah,
for
he
Morphling?
needs the cooldown reduction. He needs the added range. He's
Oh,
gonna-
Roger is gone in
Ame.
place, not in the perfect position right now. Roger is gone instantly, and Basha forced into morph into the Brew Split. Ame just being into the Tornado right now. Roger, that Observer Ward just paid its debts instantly to PSG.LGD.
Oh, okay, so we do see the Storm aspect casting the spells now, but I don't think it's enough, and that means wala silang split for the next fight. Ravage, the threat of Ravage is already up, but actually PSG.LGD maybe trying to play it a bit safer. They TP maybe away back to the top lane. They're gonna get this bounty rune. Maybe the...
They get all the bounty runes.
Yeah, I think they get all the bounty runes here too.
He's not going for the other one. He doesn't know.
He might.
He might be thinking that the rest of Virtus.Pro got it, because he hasn't seen Solo in that
Yeah,
fight.
but Ramses already finished up. His Aghanim Scepter should be delivered to him in a few seconds now. Rubik actually stole the Poison Touch here, going to bottom lane. And so this is it. He's 2 levels away from that cast range talent, and he's working for a 4-staff. This means this Rubik is going to be super slippery.
We haven't seen the FY show yet. We did see some kind of great steals from the Rubik, pero hindi masyadong, the Rubik that we always know
Yeah.
from FY. Not yet, perhaps.
Maybe this game is not the FY show yet. It's just the Ame show. Because recently that's what that's what it's been looking like. He's been top net worth the entire game, and I think that actually is a trend that's gonna keep on pushing forward. You need to put a lot of emphasis on Ame here, because Ame is gonna be your star player. He's gonna be pushing, or what do you call this? He's going to be like literally carrying your team from
From the depths of hell.
like from the moment that his lane starts until the moment that the game ends. You know it's all Ame.
This
It's
is the
just
problem
his
of-
farm. It's just him looking for these kills. It's just him being in front line of these rotations. Because if napansin mo,
Somnus there. Ame being the only one alone. Like Chronomicons coming in forward with
the
the
whole
rest.
entire team is here, by the way.
That's a PSG.LGD is not here.
He
The
didn't
Fisher,
BKB.
he doesn't get it down. Oh, he does get it, but they're not sure.
He didn't BKB.
Is he there? Oh, they don't know.
They cancel it, pero Ame gets away scat-free.
That was pretty close. The bad thing that they didn't do is they tried to push it forward. They don't have the vision of PSG.LGD
Ayun
on the
na.
high grounds, however.
But Chalice,
Oh, Chalice
he
there,
knows.
sees down Solo. Solo breaks into smoke. Chalice is there, last word available. Global Sun is there. Oh, the Fisher
block.
from Roger. But Chalice, can he actually end a perfect Ravage right here? Everybody is there. Ramses instantly pops in, coming in forward. Challenge, the main target. Global Silence is there too, and Challenge instantly backs away. And Ramses morphing the Earthshaker, but the Lincoln Sphere stops down the Fire Blast, and everybody is just trying to get away, far away from each other.
Yep. Actually, this is a very good usage of that Aghanim Scepter morph on Morphling.
Yeah. Like,
What
it's like his mini dagger.
Yeah, and he can turn into the Earthshaker, which means that he can use Enchant Totem.
Fisher.
Yes. So they have 2 Fishers. They have Enchant Totem. That's always going to be up on Ramses. Remember, 600% of your damage. 600% of your damage.
There's like, let me see, 8 hits.
So if you go to full Agi and you Enchant Totem, that's just...
That's just a lot.
Plus, they have a Dazzle. They're playing the minus armor game. What does that mean? That Morphling can hit for almost pure damage because of the fact that almost no armor is going to come on the side of PSG.LGD.
Except maybe for the Tidehunter with a Kraken Shell. Oh, no one gonna be caught out. FY though,
So
instantly
much damage.
with nothing to tape it down. Oh, he's gonna take down. Nah, he'll survive.
Yeah, the Poison Touch and the Arcane Curse just doing the work there. Solo actually been very, very helpful in this game. But only 10 stolen intelligence, even though there's only 9 kills on the
With
side.
no disable available for Virtus.Pro, aside from the shotgun and the brew split, of course the ES is there, but not on solo pickoffs.
Yeah.
Which is pretty hard to bring the ES with you yet. Oh, Pasha is there. Stormhammer lands
There's an
perfectly
Orchid
onto
on Ame actually, so he can decide to go for 9 Pasha if ever.
But it's too close to the tier 2 towers. Parang ayaw nila ng ganyan. I think they would prefer it.
Yeah, it's close to the tier 3. Roshan is actually already respawned right now, so second respawn of Rosh, he does, or second spawn of Rosh, he does already
Roger,
have the cheese.
Ame is there. Stormhammer coming in forward. Daggers away. He has to. Best foot forward.
Oh, tier 3 is getting very, very pressured, and Solo has to TP to def this one. They don't want to reveal no one's position just yet, but he does TP to base. And LGD decide not to take Roche before going into this fight. They see Ramses!
Stormhammer instantly got strength, but the global silence coming in from Solo is perfect. Pasha is there, Thunderclaps onto Xnova, but Ramses instantly with the walk away. Solo is there, Fisher coming in forward, Tornado over to Ame. He's gonna be kited down in the meantime with the Xnova. The main target right now, Ramses onto the Fisher, the double Fisher is great with the Rampage. It gets onto 2, and that's Ramses
is
gone.
dead.
And then there you have it more. BKB is there for it. Roger not able to throw in the Echo Slam, and Somnus instantly Ramses with the shotgun forward onto Xnova. Buybacks coming in from Virtus.Pro, but there's not enough. PSG.LGD wants to get back, and there's no one to catch in forward. And those buybacks, they were forced instantly with no return of investment.
3 buybacks, and all you have to answer for that is just the kill on Ogre Magi. Now this is a desperation rush. This is such a desperate rush. You don't even see where PSG.LGD are. You know they still have called out.
They don't have Russia. They don't have Ravage though. Buybacks coming in from Xnova on the back lane, so the cooldown is there. Only Ramses being sunned down for Roshan as of the moment. No one gets into the bit. Xnova though, he has to get away, but Ravage coming in forward. There's no Ravage yet. Chalice with a dagger into the anchor smash. Ramses pretty low. The homing missile is there. Transform into the Earthshaker.
Oh no!
But he is very, very low. Ame with a dagger. He misses. It's wrong. Xnova has to get in there. Chalice, you got to back up your team. Ame on the back lane, so into the Warcry. Dagger is available in a bit for Mew. Ramses with the Lincoln Sphere does instantly come in, but Roger, the Fisher is there. Ramses, is he going to make up for the loss of his teammate though? Homing missile once again. No one in the back lanes tries to shadow weave this pesky little Morphling, but Roger, the Echo Slam.
Kinabahan siguro siya.
That was just too much. He let it in perfectly. It was there.
The pressure of main stage, it gets to you.
No, not like this. 10-10 is the score, 31-34, and PSG.LGD looking for the Roshan, and that choke point from that Echo Slam. You gotta be worried about that.
Yeah, this was their desperation play. They wanted to bait out that Roche. Yung nangyari is that,
it backfired so hard.
Let's throw this away. Let's just echo right here. And if you look at the backlines you wanted to play, you know he did.
No,
you know he did. The thing is, it went on cooldown because he got hit by Roche.
Kung nakuha niya lang yun, that Echo Slam onto 2, that would be perfect. But we just, what happened? That's a long reset for Virtus.Pro, and you know when a player commits a mistake, sometimes it gets into their heads, or they just let it be. But in a main stage called TI, missing your Echo Slam in a focal point of a clash, that may really do a bit of an effect over to Roger.
The Bloodthorn is already
FY right there, Solo. FY and Chalice instantly, and Ame with a blink in, deletes the silencer, and he's silenced.
Yeah, and that's a dieback, remember. So he's gone for more than a minute. This is literally a free Roche for them. No global silence that they have to worry about. And plus, Ramses, he's not going to be able to do much. Not with items like this. He doesn't have a lot of side items. All he has is a Lincoln Sphere, Aghanim Scepter, very utility-based Morphling. It's not that good when you're going up against his friend. You're the only source of damage that your team has.
There's no right clicks enough for VP. Oh, the cooldown efficiency coming in from Ame is strong. 88%. Just listen to the home crowd cheering for their team.
Yep, you can actually hear that along with the in-game audio. But 9 Pasha here, actually going for a Solar Crest here. So instead of actually bumping up the stats on the Morphling, what they want to expect is just give him a lot of the stories that are present on the enemy team.
Which is armor.
So you can maybe morph into the Ogre, give yourself Bloodlust, morph into the Earthshaker, give yourself Enchant Totem. You can also, you know, rely on the Solar Crest that's going to come from the Brewmaster, the Aura that's going to come from the Necro Summons. It just seems like a long shot for that Morphling to be able to, you know, catch up in terms of farm with a Sven. That Sven is just such a gigantic problem for them because they literally have no answer to him. Once Silence is over, once he's tornadoed up, but the rest of his team is still a threat. Ravage is still there. Andyan pa yung Call Down. Andyan pa yung Flak Cannon, Rocket Barrage to take care of your supports. It's just, what more can you get? Massively undermining for the side of VP when they have to commit to these 5v5 fights.
Somnus, though, he does have the Aegis of the Immortal. Butterfly is coming up next. He is looking forward for that Academic Scepter. Well, what do you think VP should do to maybe answer to PSG.LGD? Clearly, they're in a chokehold right now. It's either they commit another mistake or they hold to their high ground. Well, what do you think Virtus.Pro should do?
They start a fight and they start picking off the right people. Right now, if you, like, if they only knew, like, if they made the right call to place that silencer top again, to try and bait out another rotation from LGD, what would happen is that Gyrocopter would not be there alone. And you can use that opportunity to TP to your shrine, kill that Gyrocopter before he uses his BKB. The rest of his team is still at bot. The rest of his team is still at mid. You can get a pick off on the Gyrocopter. You can pressure an objective. Tier 1 top is still up for PSG.LGD.
They're all meeting. Pasha is there. Oh, the
Bang
fatal,
it!
the delete is forward. He is gone. Deleted Roger, even with the Fisher. He won't even want to get the bounty rune right now. He wants to get out. Ramses morphlings away. And that's about it. Pasha with no vision whatsoever. He just wanted to get the bounty rune. But that telekinesis from FY.
The funny thing is that, you know, he went over all the way.
Roger
oh,
wants to go for X-Nova. Here it goes once again. Morphling
he did it,
the Star Maverick. Roger with the Echo Slap. Is it perfect now? Ramses morphs into the Strength. Enchant Totem onto Challenge. The Fisher trying to count down this little Tide Hunter. Right clicks even more, but Roger, they know there's a Ravage available. They cannot overextend. So that's why VP has to get away. Buybacks from Pasha too, but why buyback when you're not forcing a fight?
I think they were waiting for the Sven to actually come in. There's a Bloodthorn available on him. As soon as he can jump in, he can Bloodthorn the Morphling.
Oh,
make sure that he doesn't. Oh, actually, are we going to see double Fisher here? They're coordinating.
Fisher, Somnus on the backlines though. He wants to move forward with the Aegis available. Enchant Totem right away by the Morphling. They have to get out there. There's no Echo Slam available. Virtus.Pro. Yeah, they don't want it to come into the high grounds even more. They want it to keep it at bay. But it's just too much damage that PSG.LGD is holding in, and they can still go for more. They have Ravage available. They have the Aegis. Ano pa ang kulang nila? They can just instantly go into Tier 2 tower, pick up the right person, and it's done.
Yeah, the Aegis is about to time up as well. It's maybe about like a minute before the
Fisher,
Aegis times out.
Roger, the double Fisher is there. He's going to be caught stuck, but that's about it.
A rock and a hard place for Somnus right there, but he does make it away with, of course, that Force Staff from...
Oh, Shadow Ravage! He gets onto 4! The Shadow over to Roger. Here comes the Beastmaster instantly with the flip, but no one is there. 2 pops in the BKB. That's not enough. There's no Echo Slam as of the moment, but there, right away into the Fisher, stopping PSG.LGD in the tracks. And Virtus.Pro with no one, even with a perfect Ravage, there was no death whatsoever.
That was so close.
But Chalice, though, giving me the goosebumps.
9 Pasha was about to die, but that fissure block coming from, I don't know if that was the Morphling.
It was a Morphling fissure.
It was a Morph. If that was a Roger fissure, but it looked so clean the way that it blocked that Sven from landing that last hit. Because if that made it through.
That was a dieback.
Yes, mamatay si 9 Pasha, that was a dieback. But it was a very, very, very timely fissure.
So close to just dying, and Chalice is here. Ramses, instant dagger away. Ramses not quick with the reactions.
Yeah, so they decide to pull back because if they push forward any more there, if mamatay yung gyro nila, within the middle of that fight, that Aegis would have disappeared as well.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why PSG.LGD doesn't want to force it back too much.
If you notice, this Aegis is about to get reclaimed. Just a matter of seconds.
You'll hear the bell sooner or later. Here it is. Ame just doing really well on this Sven, even though he has a BKB, but the problem is with the block from the Earthshaker. It's just too much to handle. Oh,
but the Butterfly already up on him, so he has evasion. This Solar Crest might not actually be enough for the side of Virtus.Pro.
It won't be. If they can't deal that much damage for the Morphling over the Sven, they're just going to get hit down. X-Nova is there too. No one pops in the Glimmer Clay, keep trying to Scout out rotations coming in from PSG.LGD.
I mean, we've seen, you know, the double fissure. We've seen them actually try and control the carry, the course from the side of PSG.LGD. But in the end, is that like, yes, you can double fissure, you can keep them stunned, but where's your damage? If you're just gonna keep stunning them, you're not. It's just gonna take a while. It's gonna take forever. They're gonna have their BKBs cool down by then.
Cheese is there. Somnus.
Oh.
Ramses instantly with the Fisher onto 2.
Yes,
Roger is there, right?
Jake stun!
Jake Stoppa is gone. Called out on the back lane. Still shallow going forward into 9 Pasha. He does have the split available, but he is stunned for the meantime. He is silenced too, and he has got Noah Glimmer Legs away, but Ame gets on the final kill. And the 3 down for VP and buyback instantly from the Dazzle, though. He has to get away right now. Ramses of course, Roger gets it down too. Echo Slam is available. He does have a BKB right now. They don't have any source of glitch fortification.
They bought back.
There's nothing they can do. They're forcing the buyback coming from Virtus.Pro, but there's just so little time.
Yeah, Roger actually didn't want to buy back there, but you realize LGD cannot get pressured into pushing high ground unless Virtus.Pro uses all their buybacks that are available as of the moment. They know that 9 Pasha does not have a buyback. They know he has split available. They want to push the issue. They want to raise it to high ground. In fact, they already took that tier 3 tower. They're going to go to their shrines. They're going to remove all of them from the map. Just absolutely zero control for the side of Virtus.Pro in the upcoming fights.
39 minutes in, ladies and gents. 16-12 is the score in favor of PSG.LGD, both in kills and also objectives. Virtus.Pro in a lot of choke point right now. This is still game 1 in the first game for TI9, the main stage.
Yeah, 40 minutes. Now, this is actually a very dangerous timing. For teams with this composition, with a Sven and a Gyrocopter.
Ame, dagger forward instantly, and this is gone. Solo with no buyback. Solo kill from Ame gets solo.
Yeah, so actually walking solo around in his own jungle, and he realizes, nope, it's not mine anymore. This belongs to China.
Ramses is there. Waffling rights away. Dodo plus win probability 95%.
For the side of LGD. So this is looking very, very scary. But I'm imagining they'd actually want to wait for another Roche. Or maybe they wait for a really good rune. Because as I was talking about earlier, I got cut off by the solo kill. Happens is that at 40 minutes, teams with Sven and Gyrocopter, teams that like to go late game, they love games that go beyond the 40-minute mark, because this is when 2 power runes start spawning on each side of the river. Yeah. So meaning you could get a double damage on one side, a haste on the other. Yeah. You could give either
Arcane.
You could give either to the Gyrocopter or the Sven, or you could give both to one guy. So it's really a game closer, and you don't even have to wait for that Roche most of the time beyond the 40-minute mark. And as I say that, Roche has just respawned.
Instantly, Somnus and Ame into the pit. If you want to get this Roshan down, this drops finally the cheese.
And look at this.
Vegas, the
41
refresher
minutes
shard.
in, there's a Hex on FY. And earlier, he's been causing all these fights to actually just run rampant and just end them super early, because you know what? FY.
The refresher shard on the Chalice.
They know about this, and they're very scared. But you know, FY blinks in to remove the Lincoln Sphere of the Morphling. He uses either Fade Bolt or Force Staff, and then he uses the Telekinesis, puts him in the air for about a few more seconds than usual, and then the Stormhammer comes in, and he's just basically dead. And the Mantis Cell, it's gone for 2 minutes.
For all the career, the snipe. This is not how you want to play it, Virtus.Pro. 42 minutes
and the double damage.
The double damage rune. It's there. They're looking for a chokehold. Smoke is popped already, but PSG.LGD. Virtus.Pro, they just gonna make sure that they just have to stay high ground and just look forward for what they can really do.
Yeah, this is the perfect end for them. They have an Aegis. There's a Basher on your Gyrocopter.
What more can you ask for? Somnus is there too. Homing missile onto no one. There's just a Glimmer Glaive. Oh, the Ravage is there. Hits instantly onto 3. And that's solo dead and gone. Refresher shard is still available. Roger on the back lanes. And PSG.LGD just slowly melting the barracks of Virtus.Pro. And this is going to be one set of racks down, and they want to look for more. Roger is there. Ramses instantly with the buyback right there. Right clicks going forward, but to X-Nova. X-Nova is going to be gone. But the cheese! He gets it! And Ramses with a BKB. Warcry, perfect team play from PSG.LGD there. And Virtus.Pro will hold their ground with only one set of racks remaining. Virtus.Pro, what can you do?
Okay, so right after he gets the refresher shard, he decides to refresh, right? And now he just goes back all the way, gets a refresher orb, and now he suddenly has 3 Ravages.
This is just too crazy. That cheese from Ogre Magi with a 4-step away. Ramses must be clanking down his keyboards for not getting that kill that he desperately needs.
Yep, there's a moonshot on this Sven already. So 32K. So
Oh,
basically,
orb.
the entire lead of LGD is just mostly Ame.
Yeah.
It's mostly just Ame. 35K already, 43 minutes in, and look at Ame's net worth, 32K.
Just the problem right now with this Side Hunter is they don't know that he has a refresher orb. He can just go in whenever he wants to. 3 of them already calmed down. Ramses on the back lane. Fisher right away instantly into Somnus. Ame pops into War Cry, but Chalice cannot be seen on the map. However, Chalice scouting down people right there. The Hex forward from FY. Ramses in a lot of trouble right now, but Ame with the
Ravage!
The Ravage is there. The Lincoln Spear bomb, the Shallow Grip.
Yes, refresh!
Pops in the BKB. The refresher is there. He actually used it right now. The Fisher forward. Ramses has to get away, but the homing missile is there. Pot shot pops in the Bruce Split Tornado over to Somnus, but that is not
Solo-
enough for sure. But
Solo
Chalice is there. Solo is found, but that's it. The silencer is gone. And PSG.LGD looking forward to close this game already. Moving into the racks, but then
Ramses.
F1 right there. The
Ravage again!
Once again, and this is the Morphling gone. Ramses.
Yes, bye-bye.
He has buyback, though no one with the shallow grip. Instant buyback for the
doing
Morphling there. Roger is there with no buyback, and the rest of PSG.LGD, they just want to go and right with this tower down ahead and forward to the Ancient and Virtus.Pro with that much opening and
Big
GG out.
GG out.
God forward.
45-minute game from LGD and VP. So this is what I was talking about. If VP do not push their aggression early on, because you saw the good early game that they had. You saw the very good mid game that they have. Those fights at mid, that Dazzle just being absolutely uncontainable at the middle lane. 9 Pasha rotating to make the fights happen. It looked very good for VP.
True.
What happened is that they let this Sven they just let him loose. He just did his own thing at bottom lane, and Ame he just